Alrighty, what do we got here? Armand is taken. What? Troop transports, flagship, invasion ships. The row is mostly unimpressive. Subject X and unnatural reflexes are strong rewards for getting to 1 DNA marker. Let's play Baron. I haven't played Baron in a long time. And I think he's pretty much always good. Plus he's good with troop transports, whatever that's worth. And invasion ships. Flagship, not so much. I am going to, after I pick my 2 factions, I'm going to go get some water because I'm giga thirsty. Okay. So obviously we're picking Guild. Do we have any possible reason to not pick Fremen? I don't think we do. I don't think it can justify it. This is the first time I played Baron in a long time. Second place combat, double faction. No green, just faction and yellow. No city either. Interesting. You're gonna go straight away to wealth. That means you probably didn't have yellow. So I'm either getting fold space or I'm getting hardy here. I think the better play here is fold space. Blocks another player and people don't really want hardy warriors. We also have 5 persuasion, which is kind of a magical number. If we play diplomacy, we get the smuggler's doctor, which seems pretty strong. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about the delay. Okay, so Hardy Warriors ended up getting blocked. Still Suits ended up getting blocked. We really pretty much can only go Secrets here. I could go in Experimentation to Imperial Basin. I don't hate it. I don't love it either. I guess if I put 2 troops in, I'm probably getting, unless unit has double daggers. Maybe she just does, though. Yeah, I think maybe she just has double daggers. I'm going to go Secrets here. Yuck. That stinks. So, one quirk of this hand is that we're not going to be able to get the double Baron thing going. She only had 1 dagger, so I would have gotten 2 Solari out of participating. Not that I could have known that. Does that change whether or not we want Smuggler's Thopter? I don't think so. I think it's still Smuggler's Thopter. If I had known there was an assassination mission, maybe not. Maybe I would have gone Haga Basin. But no, I think it's just Smuggler's Thopter here. Do we buy the Subject X? It's a good card, no doubt. But we just did not play our 2 experimentations, so I don't think we can justify it. Because it's going to take too long to get the card online. But at the same time, it's probably a point eventually. But we could just buy a different good card with it. So no, I'm gonna wait. Yes, somebody will probably take it, but there's other useful cards. If somebody flips in from the tanks or whatever, and that's just what it is for the rest of the game, then that's just how it goes. But like, I probably will draw this card on round 3 or 4 and not be able to use it, and that's not what I want. So what is our situation now? What do we do given the fact that we can't actually go to faction here? Well, Beats is nice enough to give us a Solar to use our ring with. Eat Carthag round 1? Well, I went secrets. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Attack is not really going to help me here. I think I need to go Arakeen. There we go. Private Army is strong, but put 2 in, that way I can still trigger this off of Hardy Warriors. We have to hope that Beast and Yuna don't do that, though, which is not necessarily... Well, we know Beast isn't doing it. Beast is going Swordmaster. And I think Yuna had double faction. Or no, she had single faction. No, she had double faction. So we're guaranteed to get the Hardy off. We won't be able to go Interstellar this round, but at least we got it. Or I could just go Fold Space, and then nobody's competing with me. And that might be a little better. But this is a victory point and a trash. It's a really valuable combat for round 2. Get rid of a reconnaissance this early. I think it's still Hardy. That also unlocks Siege Tabor to affect the tempo hit from the water. Yeah, in retrospect, I shouldn't have put so many troops in. I should have just put 1 or maybe 0 troops in the first time. Oh well. The point is good to have. We reveal here for the freighter fleet and the high priority travel, in my opinion. It's a little too much yellow, but we'll be fine. We did draw all of our green this round. We have a Fold Space next round, but I don't think we're going to be able to get to Swordmaster probably till round 4, which is fine. Maybe I shouldn't have used my Signet Ring. I don't know. These cards are not blowing me away. You have 2 daggers in hand. This was definitely an overcommit. That's kind of my fault. Maybe I don't want to trash the reconnaissance. Like, is it better to trash a dagger? I don't think so. We don't have that much, Okay, so now do we get the subject? Well, now that it's not being shuffled in the deck, I think the answer is yes. Because we're not going to get it next round. So at the earliest, we get it, like, round 4. And it's green, so it's fine. And that gives us more green to trash the, But if we trash Assassination Mission, I think I just like that a lot better. That way we can potentially increase our Swordmaster timing. A lot of cards to buy in 1 round. We got 3 cards. So our deck quality is not going to be amazing, but it was never going to be amazing as Baron. Boom. Some big boys. 2 big boys. Charisma. Okay, it's kind of a lame charisma, but it is a good card. And it does give him enough to get this Chum Delegate afterwards. Which he is just not going to take. Hmm? What? He has enough for it. Alright, whatever. You're the boss. We can actually use this to cheat Swordmaster timing. Get it potentially more than a round early. So, let's do this. Didn't draw green, but that's what the fold space is for. It's going to be hard to get this to go off. We still haven't researched once. We probably won't this round because we're probably going to be playing our diplomacy. But we do have a lot of persuasion. I am very grateful that Una blocked fold space there. It advantages me quite a bit. Beast is probably quite upset about it. So fold space, we draw a card. Signet Ring would be good to use. The daggers are not worth a whole lot. They're a persuasion when you go to tech negotiation, but at that point we only have 7, which we need 8 for the occupation. But if we draw... There's really only one convincing we can draw, so probably not. Beast has the better long term than me, I think, but I have 3 more points than him. So... I don't know. If my cards weren't so bad, my intrigues might be a little better. Well, interesting. I should go for High Council for the Secret Forces. It's like kind of a slow play. Okay, so dagger. Okay. Probably we don't do anything with that. It's just worse than... Like, going to tech negotiation is just worse than playing experimentation or diplomacy. If smuggling is somehow available, we go smuggling. If it's not available, we play diplomacy. To still suits, I guess. Highliner. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, this is the Imperial Basin. It's a good one to win. I think part of what made that assassination mission so important is that I'm going to be last next round. So if I didn't get Swordmaster this round, there's a good chance that both Una and Armand could find ways to beat me to it. Although it looks like that's not how it was going to happen. But yeah, if Beast doesn't hit smuggling here, that's definitely what I'm doing. Takes me down to 5, which does cost me the Guild Accord. But that's, man, playing diplomacy does the same thing, so it's fine. I'd probably detonate here. I don't know. Thunder and Politics is good. Yeah, it does go smooth. Okay. So then I guess we just go still suits here. Clunk. Well, I mean, Chum Deli is the best card we could buy. It's just that we're not going to get it because Armand's going to get it. I guess we probably shouldn't speculate on this. Like, we'll figure out what the row is when we reveal. 5 is always a good number to have. But we are seriously behind on the subject X. I probably am going to end up regretting buying this. Because, again, we have 0 research. Armand's got 3 points. 1 from the skirmish. And 1 from Fremen. Does not take the Chum Delegate. Are you guys going to let me have this? No. Okay. Keys to power. I don't have any on Emperor at the moment, but I think just the fact that this goes to 2 factions is sufficient to make me feel that it's worth buying. Party for +1 water is not too bad. So yeah, we just take the keys to power. It's true that we don't have any influence on Emperor, but okay, maybe there was a better card around the corner, but how could I have known? Interestingly, we're back up to 2 specimens. I don't think we want Guild Impersonator. It's an interesting idea. I don't think so. Maybe if we had bought the Guild Accord. But we didn't. Game volume's a little low. Do you guys agree, or am I just... I know I decreased it just so the game wasn't going to overpower me, which is something that some people had complained about. But this is really low, so it might be too much. Kind of awkward that I had all my yellow agents in the last hand, so now when I go interstellar shipping, like I can do a signet ring, but I kind of need signet ring to be doing other things, so that's not going to really work that great for me. Yeah, the overcommit on round 2 combat is going to hurt me a little bit. Because, like, I wasn't competitive for last combat, I won't be for this one either. But maybe that's not the end of the world. Okay, so Yuna actually sneaks her way into Interstellar. It's annoying, because it cost me 2 rounds of it, but it's not the end of the world. I don't think anyone wants the spaces that I want, so maybe it's best to just go subject X to smuggling first, since I don't think anyone really wants Arakeen that badly. Okay. Well, Beast just wants to take smuggling every single round, so that's not going to happen. Okay. It's not awful. It's not great either. It's like, it's faction. It's fine. I guess the good news is by doing this, we do push the subject X to where we're not going to draw it again for quite a while. 2 persuasion card, which is nice. If we do dagger to tech negotiation, subject X somewhere else, then we can get the placement eyes, assuming they're still available, which it looks like Armand is going to get them. If not Armand, maybe Yuna, so probably not good to play around it. Probably better just to play the keys to power. Research station. Okay. What's he trying to do? Can we go to tech negotiation to block him? Let's refocus first and see what happens. Convincing. Okay, so that tells me tech negotiation. Because now I can either get the occupation, or I can blow up to try to get something even better. And I can take the spot from Beast. Or, barring that, I can... Okay. Well, there we are. That's what I'm looking for. I wonder if Gurney dissecting kit is better. I don't think so. I mean, Gurney is really good. I don't think so. I wonder if they're going to blow this up. The only person that can is Yuna. And she should probably just buy these two. Oh, or Firm Grip. No detonation. No detonation. Okay, we're getting directorship. That's going to be 1 point right now, 2 points right now, probably this alliance, and then some help on Emperor. Pretty good. Gurney is a really good card, but this is better, I think. Granted that Gurney will be better longer, but we're playing Baron, and we have a few different reasons why we want the faction bumps. Like, for example, Keys to Power. I guess one advantage of going Gurney is that we can Keys to Power and still buy him. Right, we can play Keys to Power, but that's 1/4 of what this gives us. Yeah, I mean that's the play. Especially since it looks like Beast is trying to gear up for that. Yeah, I think Beast might have got there if we didn't take it. So he's going to win the machinations, though, so he's going to fight us on the alliances. Oh, no, he didn't have... He wasn't even close. Okay. Probably shouldn't pull out here unless he thinks Yuna's got something. This looks nice now, but this is going to be a liability for me in the long run. We're not doing any research. Holy crap. Solarion reveal is not awful. It does work with our Signet Ring. Potentially it helps us get the Secret Forces by paying for High Council seat. We're probably only going to reveal that once. Okay, we have the Smuggler's Thopter, but we're going to miss out on their Stellar. We haven't really gotten any useful benefits out of Interstellar. I guess we got an early Swordmaster out of it. Yuna having that intrigue card kind of messed us up. Experimentation on top of the deck. Okay. So I guess we could Thopter or Experimentation to Haga Basin. Invasion ships is pretty strong here for her. Wind traps. Troop transports was a good idea, but it didn't pan out. We didn't get enough shipping for it to make sense. Even though we had the freighter fleet. He goes smuggling every single round. It's kind of, on his first action, it's kind of crazy. know if he's doing it because I have the smuggler software and he just wants to compete with me, or okay. So now I'm really in trouble. So we can just take the fold space here. This is our only Emperor access though, so I think we're better off taking this to wealth. So let's go ahead and hit this spice. Yuck. I guess the good news is that it's round 5 and these two don't have their sword masters yet. I mean, Yuna's about to get it, but Armand is really slow on that. That seems to be the main thing I notice that people do wrong when they're playing Armand. On the ladder is they just don't prioritize their sword master very highly. Or not highly enough, perhaps, is a better way of putting it. Since most people understand that Swordmaster is important. If we take diplomacy to fold space, we have enough money that we could hit Mentat. But then again, we won't be able to actually get our second Emperor if we do things that way. So we really want to hit wealth with diplomacy. Okay, don't have a choice. So we could do like something with collective breeding potentially. I think this is a little better. We could just gear up to do like a highliner in the late game though. I don't know. It's not clear what the best path is. We could trash our dagger to draw 2. It's selective. Try to get one of the crazy good cards. I think that makes a lot of sense. And that puts us in contention for an alliance that we weren't necessarily planning on getting. I think trashing the dagger is better than trashing the directorship here, because the Solari actually is pretty decent. So in order to get the keys to power now, we have to do Interstellar. We have to do it without... We can't do Interstellar because Beast's going to beat us to it. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I guess we Signet Ring and we try to get a good card. And currently our Signet Ring cards have got us no benefit. So we hope that we get some kind of benefit out of one of them. Technically we do have a private army available. So where are we taking Signet Ring then? Arakeen is the play if we want a 60% chance to get Gurney. You can just early reveal for the Web of Power. I don't think I want to early reveal again. Could go to Carthag and just load up on intrigues. Could go to Siege Tabor and have 2 water. Presumably he goes up on Guild. Yeah. Okay, so I think Arakeen is still the play here. I guess, you know, for what it's worth, tech negotiation is not bad in the sense that it guarantees the Gurney. I think the troop is better. And if we drew like a freighter fleet or something, we'd be happy about that. Vicious Talents. It's pretty bad. I don't know that I want to protect. Well, how do you have a dagger at it? But I guess we can play our talents. I don't know. I don't think the bid's worth trying to beat here. That was the worst card we could have drawn, to be honest. I mean, if we get Web of Power, somehow it's still worth it. Or, like, shifting. I just don't see that happening. We may end up detonating here. I don't know. Because 5's good. If we can get a TM, it changes our entire game. Potentially. Web of Power's gone. We missed the 60 on the gurney, so I think we're going to just reroll things. Contaminator's actually pretty good, but our priority is probably just buying a Intrigue. Move. Okay. Appropriate's not bad. Yeah, Appropriate's pretty good. Is Sea Trover Mother better in this situation? Probably not. We haven't been doing Fremen stuff. Should have done this the other way, because if we get an Intrigue card that affects Persuasion, it could change things. Grand Conspiracy. Okay, well that is probably not going to do anything. Maybe it's a point. Maybe. The problem with Contaminator right now is that it asks... I don't think we do this, actually. It asks us to go to Fremen, which we don't even really want to do anymore. So now we have two different cards that ask us to have an extra bump on the Emperor that we don't have. So, I mean, we can get it from dropping on the track here. Beast can't take interstellar shipping and smudging. Directorship again. Man, screw you, dude. Screw you, card. He's got 20 Solari, which is kind of funny. Why would you go Imperial Basin here? Maybe he just figures that the shipping trap isn't valuable to him anymore. We just want troop transports here, right? I mean, I don't think it helps us that much. Wind traps is actually water, so we'll take wind traps. Spice, I think. The thing is, we want to get the Secret Forces out of the way, and we really want the High Council seat, so I actually do think it could be Solari here. There's an Appropriate and a Flagship. Let's do Solari. This subject X has been a giant mistake, though. I don't think I'm going to get High Council, though, because these two have Sword Masters and more money than God, so it's not likely to happen. Mentat, okay. Dreadnought, no. Okay, that does happen, actually. We prefer to selectively breed. Because if we do that... Well, we don't really have a card to trash. I guess we could trash subject X. Yeah, I think this is better. We need to play our faction. We'll probably draw into green anyway. Get our spice right back. Do that. There's the appropriate, which is a flagship, by the way. I think that's better than the High Council seat. I don't know. Secret Forces might beg to differ. If we take appropriate to High Council, we have 3 Solari remaining and a Negotiator. So we could buy an Ordnance. That gives us in better position for the Conspiracy. The Conspiracy sucks. I don't think we care about this card. We've got one of the conditions met. If we get a High Council, we have a shot at the other one. But it's just a shot. Like, I don't think we're going to get a Spice Must Flow. Lose the Vicious Talents, that's fine. It's a pretty ineffective card for us. Drop the Freighter Fleet. I feel like they sped up the animations a little bit. I guess if we go appropriate to Great Flat, it's kind of ineffective, but it allows us to immediately get out of threat range for secrets, and definitely win this combat, which is a point. Puts us to 9. Puts us to 10, because we'll also have the flagship itself. It's not bad. Oh no, we can't do that because we don't have the Secret Forces. So we don't have the High Council seat. We do this, we still have the water to go to research station. I think just having the flag... Oh, the flagship's not there anymore. Okay, never mind. Who took that? Beast. Okay. Ordnance. I don't think we pop this because this is taken and we'll be first next round, so... Yeah, I don't think we pop it. And now we still have our water. We could hypothetically go to research station, try to get an SMF. We still have not done any research, which is kind of crazy. Just the way we've been drawing. We got some really high octane spaces this round. Interstellar, Selective, High Council. Just solid stuff. Oh, I think Beast had... How did Beast... I think the reason Beast went to Imperial Basin was to buy the flagship. I don't know how he bought it. Did he play, like, the Machine Culture or something? No. Okay. I don't know what he was. I don't know how he got it then, or why he did this. So now we got two conditions for the Grand Conspiracy. Basically, if we get the SMF, then we're golden. If the game goes to round 8, we could also just get 2 Dreadnoughts. I don't think it'll go to round 8, but it depends. The High Council said I do think it's possible. Keys to Power and Appropriate are both 2 Persuasion cards. Yes, the Directorship is a 0, and that's not good. But, I mean, we have the Smuggler's Software. I think it's doable. Especially if we end up using our 2 water for Research Station. Okay, so he's probably not pulling out here because a point is worth something and the 4 Solari is worth not much at all. Unless he's trying to contest Una for the Emperor, but he probably shouldn't be doing that. Unless he has a combat card in hand, in which case maybe he will. If he times out, the AI is probably going to pull out. Yeah, that's not good for him. He just garrison locked himself to time. Again, if we literally any research of progress, dissecting kit would be amazing, but we don't. So, Fremen camp. We need an SMF pretty bad now. So I guess yes. Right, because on the margin, a single SMF is worth 2 points to us at this stage in the game. Armand has the Talaxu Surgeon, which is a strength, and he does have the Sidina. And he does have 6 spice. So he can Highlander next round, which is worth a point to him. We have a lot of daggers, though, to win the combat with, plus an ordnance. I'm pretty confident I can win the next combat. Somebody commented about the messenger notifications being annoying. I understand that. However, my girlfriend and I are long distance, so I need to be able to hear when she's trying to talk to me. So that's just how it is. I tried turning them off for a while. It didn't really work. Interesting. Yeah, Beast didn't have a combat card, but he didn't. I don't think he meant to withdraw. I think the AI did that for him. I don't know why he took so long, but yeah, it's bad for him. Going first in round 7 can be a huge advantage. I think I'm still favored here. We know that Yuna's got the Vicious Talents, and she could have used it to win the combat if she had enough extra research progress over where she was at. Okay, so we should actually get the experimentation to go off now. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do this. You know, I could try to gamble that Armand doesn't have Guild and go instead for Great Flat. Is that just better? Hold on. So we know what Armand's got, right? Like, he doesn't have any cards in draw pile. He has all his cards in discard, so we just basically look, does he have a Guild card that is not... But why do we care? Yeah, I don't think he actually has access. So, like, if we want Highliner, we can, but maybe we just don't want Highliner. Like, I think we can win the combat without Highliner. His garrison's empty. So, yeah, I think it's just research. And I did want to use that card in the combat, but I can't. I think somebody will go Secrets in the field for me. I'm in the lead. And I'm Baron, so like I can't really rely on that. Draw pile is Smuggler's Thopter. So if we take Signet Ring to Research Station, then we can get the Smuggler's Thopter and probably get an SMF. Oh, it's Grand Vision though. Ugh. Gross. If I had known that, I would have gone up on Fremen, to be honest. Whatever. We have an ordinance, which means that we can get more power in this combat than the other leaders with relatively little investment. We're basically one scarab away from another point. Tap's taken Una Ring to try to lock in Emperor. So Beast should just go to this fold space here. It is not. He does not do that. So should we steal? Thing is, he does have that shifting, and we don't know where it is. So I think it's more reliable to try to win the combat. This is a combat space. Let's do this. So do this for the Scarab. Now that gives us a point basically because we buy a. Okay, so then we dispatch an envoy with Smuggler's Thopter to Guild, and then we win the game. If that situation can go off. That relies on a few things. Probably don't want to actually do it to Guild. We probably want to do it to Fremen. Fremen protects us. If we win the combat, we're taking Guild anyway. I think well, the problem is we have 3 zeros, so if we draw any of the 4 2s, we get the SMF. But if we draw, okay, got it. So we're not stealing Guild. So at this point, I don't know that winning the combat means anything anymore to me. It just means not having my stuff stolen by Beast, which I don't care. At least if we do this, we're safer from Beast. This is one of the zeros. Okay, so we have a 60. No. 4 and 6. 2/3 chance not to whiff here. There we go. So SMF is 9. Scarab is 10. We can't find our 11th point from the combat anymore. I don't know that I even care to commit to this. Like, who cares at this point, right? Like, I'm not going to steal Emperor Alliance. It's not happening. So this is the kind of the Baron problem. Like, we would have won the game at any other combat here. But because it's Grand Vision, The game's going to round 8, and now we're in trouble, potentially. We're also going to be back into the theft range again, because the combat's going to give us an intrigue. But at the same time, we'll have access to Highliner if Armand doesn't go there. Which he probably will. Highliner's a point for him. The interesting thing about Dreadnought is it is like half of a point from Grand Conspiracy. And it is combat strength for next round, and it is persuasion. Persuasion that we probably won't be drawing. I think it's got to be definitely Scarab. I mean, there's definitely an argument for this. Like, we just visit Dreadnought next round. We have the green. As long as we can get an SMF next round, we're cool. It could be worth an extra point that way, but the SMF itself is a point. If we can get 2 SMFs, that's more points. So I think the 2 SMFs thing is better. This could be worse if we draw the SMF, but there's 10 cards in this pile. I don't think that's happening. Feels fragile when you're in this kind of position, because yeah, I'm ahead, but everyone has momentum, more momentum than me. Is she gonna go up on BG? Probably, yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about. Where like you have alliance points, sure, but you can lose them easily. Grand Conspiracy is a point, so I probably shouldn't stress out so much. And I should be very, very well positioned for the next combat, which has to be points this time. And if it's economic supremacy, I can get potentially quite a few of those. Okay, so now we know Beast does not have shifting allegiances next round. So he doesn't have the ability to do anything freaky to us. The problem is we're going to go to 4 intrigues right now. And Yuna's going to basically go to secrets, steal our alliance and one of our cards. So it's going to be bad. If it's the Grand Conspiracy, she's stealing points from us too. So I think what that means is that we actually have to play the ambush here, just to get it out of our hand, so we can't get stolen from. Because yes, she's going to steal our alliance, but if we lose a Grand Conspiracy, we could lose a lot. Now, the interesting thing would be if Beast went up on Emperor, but he's not going to do that. Well, the bribery's good. It means that we can probably still beat you back. It's actually quite good. Eyeliner's off the table, though. And Armand's got his Dreadnought back. So it's going to be tough. So let's see what Yuna does here. She may not have the access, but if she has her ring, she can also steal it. Mentat. Okay, we're good. Now we don't even have to visit BG, because we just bribery up BG, and now she can't steal it. She doesn't have a power play. She can't do interstellar shipping either, unless she's got an expedite. But at that point, you know, at that point she had it. Whatever. Something else we could do is we could just go to tech negotiation and say, I'm getting to 11. Screw you guys, and not participate in the combat. Like, I could do that. Huh. I'm thinking Keys to Power, just selective breeding is the play here, though. Because that maximizes our chance of getting an SMF while still doing something productive on the board state. We have 8 Solari. If we could find a way to get the Holtzman engine, we could get more points. Or we can just hard buy the spy satellites for more points. Dagger to tech negotiation, buy spy satellites, crack spy satellites. Right. That takes us to 12. Bribery up BG. We're probably just winning the game at that point. But if we keys to power selective, we go spice neutral. Like, it doesn't cost us any spice. And it's also a defensive play that's pretty cool. And it almost certainly gets us... Well, I don't know, but almost certainly. This is the better play, I think. But isn't blocking someone else's SMF pretty good, too? I'm gonna do this. Spy sats, bribery, Bene Gesserit. If she tests of humanity is us, we have a buffer with freighter fleet. Okay. We might lose to Armand then. Maybe I should have gone selective. I think now we just have to reveal. Well, actually, Armand, if he wins the combat, which is what's looking like is going to happen, he's going to go to 12 and he will beat us. Wait, no. Because we have 13. But now Yuna is threatening Bene Gesserit again. If she has another access or her signet ring, she's going to steal from us. But if we go to secrets to prevent the steal, we lose the SMF. So right now, I'm at 13 points. That's the problem. Cracking the spy satellites actually makes me lose to Armand on tiebreaker too. So there's a lot of problems here. I'm going to appropriate to interstellar shipping, go up on Bene Gesserit, lock it in. Buy troop transports for combat participation. Again, we lose the SMF doing that. We get 2 more spice, though, which maybe lets us beat Armand on tiebreaker. Does Yuna have a ring? Yes, probably. Okay, I think we have to. Now, arguably, we could go to secrets instead. Secrets instead says, hey, maybe you get like a intrigue that matters. I think this is better. This is combat participation. Solari, obviously. It kind of comes down to whether or not Armand's got points in hand. The Expedite's going to increase his spice a little bit. No, he wants Solari. Okay, that's a bad sign. That means he probably has like a... a war chest or economic positioning. Chome shares, you know they're the ones. There's 3 entry cards that give you points for having Solari. But we can get 2 spice from second and another entry card. Keys to power. What does it do? Shuttle fleet is nothing. Holtzman is nothing. Dedo is nothing. It takes us to secrets. For another roll of the dice, basically. This card does not go to combat spaces. We're also not guaranteed second. I guess if we use Private Army to get second, it's spice neutral, but if we don't, it's kind of bad. Armand's been winning a lot of combats, actually. How's he doing that? I'm not sure. Beast goes to 4, so Secrets becomes a little better, although he'll probably burn one. Maybe not. Puppet. We did not do nearly enough research for that to matter. The spice from the Keys to Power is also potentially useful. Diversion is nothing. The cards themselves don't matter. Although actually having this many of them could be quite bad because it means that Yuna could... Has she used invasion ships yet? She has, I think. So she cannot actually get into secrets and try to steal our endgame point. Chome shares? No, opulence. So he's at 13. We are at 11. Just 11? I thought I had more than that. Oh my god. Okay, well, Private Army's not the worst thing for her to steal. But if he's at 11... Did he get another point from somewhere? Greater Claim Forces. Looks like he just got 1 point. What am I missing? Oh yeah, Spy Sats. Okay, so I'm at 12. But he's at 13, so it doesn't matter. That Grand Vision screwed me up really bad. I think about what I should have done better here. Maybe I could have gone to selective instead of Armand. Instead of going to tech negotiation. I don't know if that would have made a huge difference. It's not like he got an SMF. But Yuna taking second from me probably locks me out here. Because now I can't even get an entry card for a point. Like Plans and Implants would be an intrigue right now, or a point that would win me the game right now. Oh shoot, okay, well if Yuna beats him in the combat, that's a different story. So maybe I'm glad that I gave all my combat cards to Yuna. No, just kidding, Armand's got this. Beast has the war chest. I've got the Grand Conspiracy. CTM is Yuna. Armand has tiebreaker. Okay. Bummer. Yeah. If game goes to round 8, Armand's probably going to win. Interesting game. I hope you guys will enjoy the perspective of the losing Baron.